Many lessons for you coming in this world of cryptocurrency. Have you seen this? pDAI. Recovered off the low, huh? The gravestone emoji. 15x away from it. Now, friends, why I'm showing you this is, so just to give you an update what happened. So this is teddy bear, but this is the token teddy. There's another teddy bear, the OG teddy bear, which is much, much, much higher. Let's just show you. These are the comparisons out here, right? So teddy bear, ticker bear, 10.3 million. And then the other one, teddy, is 1.5. So I just want to, this is a cautionary tale just for your future. Just to give you an idea of, like, you know, crypto, there's a lot of splits and forks in the paths, right? So I'll just start first off by saying, so we nicknamed the other teddy bear, it's called Temu Teddy, okay? Because it's just, it was a community takeover, but it's just not holding up the legs, okay? Now, it can come around. I don't know what's going to happen to any of these, but just tell you something. So firstly, we'll just start by saying, look, if these charts were going the opposite, so if pDAI and bear were going wrecked down and Temu Teddy was mooning, you would see pretty much 95% of Pulse Chain KOLs, they would be publicly crucifying me. They would parade my dead Game Boy through the streets. Okay, no batteries in me. So it's a very important lesson for you. Okay, since Bear did a community split, you can't go wrong if you simply just had a split allocation in both and waited. Okay, because it really looked like a Tropa Maria Glitter Pants had like wrecked everything, right? It looked like it, yeah. But what happened is, see, Teddy Bear, so BAR, the real OG Bear, it's bonded with pDAI. And pDAI is still the spear of all the altcoins, okay? So remember, Maria Glitter Pants controversially dumped, you know, the Atropa and the coins and the minting and the stuff out here, right? But now the price action's recovered. And because they're bonded, Bear's going up with it. So Bear's back to 10 million market cap. So it's suggesting the initial crowd knee jerk was wrong, right? That's why it's usually a common market move. The first big move is the wrong one, and then it goes the other way. Is it time to consider buying back in? You decide. This is a believer's cycle. Now we move into joyful July out here, okay? So remember, right, because Maria dumped it, look, I don't blame anyone. Honestly, I don't have any ill will anyone. I don't blame you, dude. Like, you see Maria dump a shitload of a token and it drags everything down, and the community's like, dude, this is bad. I didn't sign up for this. I'm out. Let's go make something else where it's not bonded. And they did. But this is where it's a believer's cycle, because I was saying, look, I don't know all the answers, but I think the guy's got $50 to $100 million. I don't think he is trying to kill something here, because it makes no sense to extract 500K, 200K and literally ruin all of this when you have 50 to 100 million. Okay, it doesn't make any sense to do that, number one. Number two, he did hint that he had to do this, okay, for this peg and stuff out here. So that's why I know it's tough, because we've never seen anything like this before. So I don't blame people for jumping to this reaction. That's why I said, look, if you just held half and half, you're okay. So now you've learned this for next time. But it is difficult, right? It is nice as well. Pulse Chain is a sleeping dragon of crypto cycle. It's the first cycle unicorn I've been waiting for, plus 100% on the week. Remember, because it's bonding together, it helps it a lot. And so you got to think, right, man, look at this pDAI pulse ratio. This is how you know, like, look, you got to pay attention. The pDAI pulse ratio has now recovered from where Maria started dumping. Okay, remember, the value was 150, went down all the way to 30, comes back to 130, goes back literally all the way to freaking 3, goes back to literally 0. Pretty much goes down to 0. All right, and then there was a gravestone emoji here at value 10. Now it's value 160. Wow, you could have bought pDAI to pulse ratio at 10, and now it's 160, man. And the top was 400. So yes, cautionary tale for all. Now, what do you do if you've made what you think is the wrong step, friends? You don't have to stress, because look, man, Pulse itself is still wrecked. So the prices we're seeing here, they're very, 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 very low. All right. So like, you got to think about, will there be a lot of up thrust momentum when Pulse finally does go above sack price? Yeah. You know, so you don't have to stress too much. Okay, you can still configure yourself out. You don't have to give up. You know what I mean? Like everything is still low. Like Ethereum is 2,400. It's not 6,400, right? If it was up there, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Is this now the time to get in? No, you want to get in beforehand. So there's plenty of opportunity for all. And I've got to remind you again, man, like I'm not going to let them live. Friends, they literally, at the red gravestone emoji here, everyone called for me to go to jail. Okay. Pulse Chain, Twitter Spaces. Friends, they were having multiple times a day Twitter Spaces, yeah, calling for me to go to jail, saying I'm delusional, don't blame him, saying I'm retardio, don't blame him, okay, saying all these things, saying, oh, I should go to jail, oh, blah, 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 all the soy cabal, making up lies, which I don't blame you once again because your brain's twisted all these words because you see the price chart going down, so your brain's got to automatically just attach false lies to the narrative, right? That's how humans think and work. But yeah, it's cost you 15x already, which is funny. That's the game, man. That's the game. This is only for the bravest. And that's why you get the highest reward. The Pulse Chain KOLs, right, calling for me to go to jail. But yeah, I have no ill will or hatred towards them. Okay, it doesn't affect me because pretty much the only thing going to jail is them. They've jailed themselves out of like massive potential upside. But it's kind of funny, man. I've told you, bro, don't even, if you don't care, bro, don't hold to $1. Dude, sell it at a cent. Sell it 2 cents. Sell it 5. Sell it 10. Sell it early. It's not even about, oh, dude, you got to believe in this. Like, once again, you're falling victim to this narrative stuff once again. So, but here's the thing. If you don't watch the highest value content in crypto, it's not my obligation here to keep putting it in front of your face. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, you're going to learn the lesson, bro. I've been around the markets for a long time. How long has it been? Jeez. Oh, it's been too long, man. It's over a decade. I mean, over 10 years, yeah. I've been trading. Way too long. Okay, you don't want to listen to the highest value content in crypto that's given to you for free? Not my problem. I wanted to show you this as well. This is the Bitcoin cycle comparison. Look at this orange line, friends. Like, bro, you know, friends, Bitcoin maxis are euphoric over this. Can you believe that? Look how dog shit this is. It's because altcoins look so bad. That's why. It hit me like this eureka moment, right? Like you're catching a wild Pokemon out there. It hit me. I go, why are these Bitcoin maxis euphoric? And I'm like, oh, I know. Because they think they've beaten altcoins to zero. It looks like it, but they haven't. That's why they think they're going to get like a 500-600K this cycle. I don't think so. We'll see. I wanted to throw this in here as well, friends. I want to give you this update. So, did you know in 2014, there was this article. Iran says that tall, white space aliens are controlling America. They are called the Nordics. Okay, actually, they look like Nordics. Yeah, they have like long blonde hair, and they have they're perfect human, male and female looking. They've been preparing us for UFO disclosure for a very long time. So I know we always have this theme in crypto: nothing ever happens, but I think actually something might happen, but maybe not yet. Not yet. Also, funny friends, I believe Donald Trump wants to be the first president to let the world know that we're monkeys in a zoo and Earth is not really ours. So it might all converge. You know, Donald Trump, the first crypto president. Yeah, the first crypto president, the first AI president. Well, what a perfect fitting story for him if he also wants to be the first UFO disclosure president. I wonder how that plays out. So what are we going to do now? We wait for Joyful July so we can get a big fat pump. We have the business ISM coming out on Wednesday. And yeah, it's going to be hopefully ticking up. Please, can you start ticking up, right? Please, 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 please. Don't quit, friends. Don't quit. Don't quit. We're going to win. Don't quit. Friendship confirmed out here. All the pegs. Because it's just the best, bro. I don't care if you're sick of the same coins, bro. It went up 15x from when you sold and told me that I'm going to jail, bro. So if you still don't like it, what you're effectively telling me is that there's plenty of room to go. And of course, I'm speaking in general terms to the Pulse Chain KOLs out there and everybody else who's in the soy cabal. I want to remind you as well, friends, exactly 10 years ago, Bitcoin dominance was 98.20%. All it had was pretty much XRP and Litecoin 10 years ago. The crypto garden is being watered and it just keeps growing. I know it looks like a lot of like random colors and some sort of LSD trip and there's a yin yang thing here and there's, you know, there's stuff, but we are growing. Bitcoin, friends, yes, Bitcoin's the way, the truth, the life it is, but it is, look, it has infrastructure and they're called altcoins. That's the most important thing to grasp from all of these, but we need consumer confidence to please return. This was a hilarious thing that I covered before, but I really want to remind you, man. Just like people look for edges in a lot of the ways. So if when in a bull market, friends, everything goes up, you can make money in anything. Okay, there's stablecoin yield. People are trading long momentum leverage. You're on spot. They're doing different products and services out here. People are buying different altcoins, different themes. Everything goes up, okay? But it's like a bonus feature of a slot machine. It doesn't last forever. And at the end, there's a start and a finish line. You just look at the record, right? So that's why you got to look at what's going to get you the most return. Obviously, it's long-term spot buy and holding, okay? And also looking for first stock unicorns if you can. Here's one interesting way to trade, though. A year and a half ago, I copied Nancy Pelosi's trades. My portfolio started as a joke, went from 38K to 118K in 3 months. Seeing that this strategy works, I added more cash and I kept copying her trades. Today, my portfolio is at an all-time high. Can I take this joke to 1 million? It's $680,000. So this is actually wonderful. It's actually interesting. So it would release, I think, 45 days after her trade, but he noticed that if the trade was like too much in profit for her, he wouldn't buy it. But if he goes very often, she would be getting in so early, she would be offside in her trade. So she'd be long something and it's down like 8% on the stock or whatever, and then he'd get in. So he's getting like value on her being long, right? So I love discovering all these interesting ways that people find edges. Exodus, that is wild. Considering aren't the disclosure days after her potential entry as well? Yes. The 45 days after. It's just there's different things that you can do to like what you call win, friends. But that stuff, remember, trading is like it's more dopamine hitty, right? It's dopamine hitty. And in the dopamine hits, top 5% are going to win. So we're going to play a game where everybody wins. All right, like us respecting the pump.
The pump always, guys, respect the pump. I respect the pump in all assets.
See, he said it himself. I respect the pump in all asses. Thank you to Mr. Ivan. It'll be beautiful, friends. Like stable coins super cycle, huh? We'll see. And I think we got to keep celebrating as well. Yes, you are all wrong about pDAI. Thank you to Mr. Sommi fan tokens out here in the community for making this is hilarious, by the way. It made me laugh. All of these, remember, friends, don't confuse brains for a bull market. We know that. But where we ultimately, we're all going is, where are we going to end up in this cycle if we're running out of time? It's a very good thing to think about. I can show you OTHERS-BTC, friends. That I don't want to get too locked into what I'm about to tell you because I'm too scared of it breaking. But in every single cycle before, OTHERS-BTC, so altcoins run 6 green months in a row. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was 5. This one was 6. And actually, if you go to the 2013, it was 6 as well, right? Because most of it was just Bitcoin. There's pretty much almost no altcoins. So we've had 7 red. So I guess if we continued and we had an Altseason wave 1 finishing, it'd be like July to December where we go up only. I hope we get that, but I don't know. I'm just too scared to lock in and commit to anything because look at this. What if you're just like, oh, I really need it to happen and it doesn't work out, okay? But that's ultimately what we're building towards, and we haven't actually started building at all. Altcoins are still going down. So like, that's why I'm still reserved. Even though I'm bullish, I'm obviously playing the whole cycle. Like, strategy's still on, but it's not about what you think. Oh, the market's definitely going to give you. Remember, that's how you lose, right? It's about waiting for euphoria and how things are going to play out. But you should generally think it's crime season, bro. Like Donald Trump released the meme coin, right? The altcoins that he's releasing, World Liberty Finance. I hope crypto really does get to this 10 trillion and we just do get a nice repetition of these OTHERS-BTC going up. By the way, that'll be just wave 1, Altseason wave 1. We haven't even spoken about Altseason wave 2, So it seems like it's taking forever, which kind of really has. But, if we're looking for a window of time, theoretically, we could finish in December, where, say, Bitcoin tops in December, and then altcoins finish next year, January, February. You have Jerome Powell, major loser. He's going to get replaced, and the replacement is being interviewed now, but his term ends in May next year. Could the whole market price it in early? Very, very possible as well. So We're on top of stuff, but we still know, like, you know, don't want to sound too bullish, but we haven't started. We've literally haven't started at all. So if you check a lot of Bitcoin Maxi friends, a lot of these Bitcoin Maxi interviews, and they're saying, oh, it's never going to start. They're saying all the so naive, bro. They literally, what they're saying is, all of them, they're saying that MicroStrategy and the Bitcoin ETF and like the crypto IPO bubble, that they have now tapped into the world's demand for degeneracy and casino stuff and risk, that they all benefit Bitcoin and no one ever needs to buy another altcoin because they're all grifty scams. They're all saying that. And I just think how naive and stupid you are, you little scum, non-believer G. Go, you are so hypocritical. The only reason you utter the word Bitcoin out of those lips that you use to perform unfamily-friendly acts on other people, right, while wearing your freaking skateboard pads, right? The only reason you say the word Bitcoin out of those lips is precisely because of retailers who came in looking to get rich. That's the only reason, bro. We only know Bitcoin's name because it kept rocketing up hard, because Satoshi put the Bitcoin halvening into it to make it pump harder and make it more scarce. And retailers came in. Friends, the first Bitcoin narrative in 2013 was Bitcoin is FU money. As in, I'm the little guy. I'm the left out one. FU, I can make money too. I'm going to have my own money. I'm a little retailer. Crazy. It's just sad, bro. It's crazy, funny, sad. All these words come to your imagination, your mind, because now they're like, no, this is the new guard. No, dude. Who are these institutions, bro? We are the people. We do this stuff. They have to make their business around us, not the other way around. Okay, so they've lost their way, but it's just a matter of time. Until that moment, friends, we're still hoping and coping. Ethereum, CME gap 3,200. That's what we're waiting for. Like, subscribe, belly button all. Catch you soon.